As far as Aries goes, I want to show you something. This will give you an idea of the intensity Aries people can have. Okay, so these are their two cards. I'll tell you, so it's going to be a little bit of a weird month. It is. It's not going to be everything everybody wants it to be. It isn't, but it is going to be an interesting month. It's going to move things forward. I do expect some big shifts, though. Probably third week in July, everyone is going to see or experience something that is like one of those ahas. In fact, we're going to give it this card. This is the Tower. In fact, this card represents Mars, and it is associated to the Aries. So these two cards are Aries related. Now just consider that for a minute, right? If this is Aries energy, just look at it. Strong, independent, direct, can handle difficulties, especially if all of a sudden everything fails, right? And if something fails, they're going to be the first one to pick their sorry ass up and find whatever's left on the ground and reuse it or reconfigure their lives, reset things, okay? But this is a good card. This is a good card for leadership, for popularity around that type of thing. It is someone who's fair with policy and rules, but it's still very male orientated and stands in their own power, right? So the Aries has that ability to stand firm, to stand in their own power, and to, this is an action card. When we look at Mars, this is all action orientated energy. So when we look at Aries and we see these are their two cards in the tarot, that's a pretty significant couple of cards. These are called major arcana cards, and these are some of the strongest cards in the deck. So it tells you an awful lot about an Aries person when you look at it that way. And in the native tradition, they're considered a hawk. So another predominant bird that is predator-like, because you can see that an emperor can very easily turn. This one here is fair and easygoing, but still, if he's taking over, if they're taking over any area, somebody's the loser, right? So it gives you some idea that they have that ability to do that. Now, Aries this particular month needs to be very mindful with what they say, especially with Mercury in retrograde. You're going to need to be very careful that you don't say something to piss someone off. You're going to have to be very careful that you don't lean into something that you haven't got all the information on. So yeah, you need to avoid conflict, you need to avoid arguments, you need to be very clear about yourself, and when in doubt, say nothing. That's probably going to be better. When in doubt, say nothing. But it could be a good time for you to make friends, new friends. It could come quite easily actually to you. And one thing's for sure, in this time of Mercury retrograde, I see you being able to reveal to yourself your true purpose. What you really need, what you really want will come to you clearly. You'll start to see it. You'll start to understand what is meant for you and what you need to be doing to make your life what you want it to be. So July is going to be a really good month for that, because that Mercury retrograde and Jupiter in Leo, now don't forget, Leo and Aries, they're fire signs, and that's a good energy. That's a super good energy for you. Now, it doesn't mean there isn't going to be some troubles, because don't forget, Mercury's in retrograde, right? That's going to be a pain in the ass no matter which way you look at it. But it will reveal something that will help you set a better stage for yourself for long-term stability, all right? And that's going to put justice in your way. That's going to put things in balance that are not presently in balance. It might make a few people sad, though. You could even experience some sadness with lost friends or troubles with certain friends or people that you care about, brother even, male energy, this type of a thing. So if somebody around you, male-wise, isn't doing too well, or a feminine energy that is very male-like, then this might be a really good month for you to have talks and conversations about where people are at. All right, it could be the last time you speak to them for a while, to be honest with you. Finances and that type of thing. I think your opportunities around finances are going to be better than most. Probably you'll have a couple of venues or a couple of streamlines of finances to come in. and that'll make you feel good. And I also see a lot of fun with friends, people that you, maybe brand new people or people that you haven't seen in a long, long time. I am being told to be careful though, because, you know, it looks like, you know, you have a big heart and you expect people to speak the truth, but not everyone speaks the truth, right? So you need to be careful not to be gullible and trust anybody that says whatever they say. Trust your instincts, okay? Because sometimes I think you don't trust them, and I want you to trust them. Sorry. So as far as your health, I think overall you have put some effort and energy towards your health, and that has been a good thing. I am seeing some struggling though. What am I seeing here? Maybe some of the aging Aries people are having some difficulties with. What it shows me is with lungs or with uterus, like fallopian tubes or ovaries or testicles or eyes, anything to do with two. So you could be dealing with like even one kidney not working well, one eye not working well, one ear not working well, that type of a thing, okay? It doesn't mean that it's going to take over, but it does look like you'll have to work with it. You know, overall, I think this is going to be, it's going to be an up and down month. Aries, take it. That's the way it is. This particular month is going to be an up and down one. Don't forget what I said. You have the ability to manage that. And also just, you know, like I said also, Jupiter is going into Leo. Depending on what house your Jupiter is in, that's going to matter because it's going to change something in that house.